Welcome, everybody, to today's session of Never Miss a Day is the Live Ultimate Way. I am super excited. We are here with Penny, and Penny is a naturopath, and she's been in the health and wellness industry for 27 years. And so what we're going to talk about here today is a couple of the things, the two top things that she really shares with her clients when they're first getting started with taking superfoods or medicinal mushrooms or any type of supplement. And we're also going to talk about the importance of organic and being organic. But before we get into those topics, I would love, Penny, for you to share a little bit about yourself. Why did you become a naturopath? Why the health and wellness industry?
Oh, wow. Well, when I was about 48 years old, I was getting sick and I went and got a bunch of testing done and discovered that I had about 18 diagnoses. You have to understand, if you go back, I lived for the decade of the 80s, I lived a crazy wild life. Okay, that's the best I can tell you at this point. And that is why I was so sick. I was using all kinds of things I shouldn't be using. I was not eating properly. I was drinking a lot of alcohol. I became a very sick person at that age. So I had everything from fibromyalgia, diabetes, all the way up to liver cancer. I mean, that's how bad it was. And I was scared. I was very, very scared. And, you know, as all things, when you need them, when you need the answers, they come to you. The universe delivers them. That's exactly what happened. I ended up working with a lady from a international wellness company. And I got introduced to a lot of very progressive MDs, medical doctors in this country, who were beginning to understand that perhaps pharma and testing and surgery isn't always the answer. There might be other answers, and that's what they were looking at. And I started learning those new ways. And as I'm a traditional naturopath, so most traditional naturopaths know a little bit about everything from herbology to homeopathy, etc. I focused on nutrition and hydration because these doctors and this company were teaching me that the most important thing you could do was put the right nutrition in your body and be hydrated. So I made hydration and nutrition my forte, so to speak. So when people come to me for consultations, that's what I focus on first. Those are the two most important things in my world to begin, at least begin to get healthy and then to maintain it. There are certainly other modalities that you can use to help, etc., but those were the two most important.
I love it. And so I want us to, the person that's watching this video, imagine that they are your client for the first time and they're having, maybe the standard diet that most people have. Why superfoods and medicinal mushrooms? How can they support them? And really, what is it that's happening when they start with this process?
Well, to me, the Live Ultimate products are tools. When I teach people what to do, I teach them the fundamental aspects of being hydrated, what that means, what it takes to be hydrated, etc. Because most people don't know. Most people in this country, most people in the world don't know what it really takes to be hydrated, and it's not an easy thing to accomplish. And then what they need to do nutritionally. For me, Live Ultimate Elixir and mushrooms are the tools, the two major nutritional tools that I use to help them get on that track faster and easier. Much easier to begin to put in your body a powder mix that you can put in water or juice or whatever you need to put it in, especially in the beginning, because most people don't tolerate really good food. They don't tolerate the taste. They're not used to it. That's not what their bodies are used to. So they always say, oh, that tastes terrible. So the optimal way, I'm going to throw this in now, okay? The optimal way to drink the elixir and the shrooms is together. First thing, to break your fast. That's what breakfast is, whatever time that is, because I encourage 16-hour-a-day fasts also, at least 5 days a week. So to break your fast, that's the first thing you put on your stomach is that elixir with those 25 superfoods, that even the combo of the foods that are in there is important, let alone the sourcing, the fact that they're organic. And I'll explain more about why that's so important. But that's the best thing you can do when you break your fast, is put that nutrition in your body first thing and begin to, you're going to kickstart your day, literally. I look at it this way. If I put that in my body, it really doesn't matter much else what else I put in my body. I have already done it. When I've done that, I've already done it. The shrooms to me are phenomenal. I took 3 courses the summer of 2018 on the internet on mushrooms, and I had been very interested in them, but that was the first time I sat down and really studied them. And then after I learned everything that I learned and was so excited about what shrooms could do for you in the first place, then I went out and tried to find a product. Good luck, because there really isn't anything out there other than Live Ultimate's shrooms that has the fruiting bodies, no substrate, organic, 8 different varieties of the best shrooms you could possibly take. So you put those 2 things together in a glass of good mineral water to break your fast. I can't begin to tell you what you're doing. It's phenomenal. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for over 3.5 years now, and my life has completely transformed itself. My body, my health, everything. And so let's talk about organic for a second, because I know organic is a topic of conversation. And let's just touch briefly on the importance of organic and what does that really mean?
Well, here's what people don't really understand about the food available to them. Today, genetically modified foods have been in our system now since 1992. That's 30 years. That, my grandchildren have never eaten anything but genetically modified foods. And then they wonder why they have the problems that they have in their early 20s. Organic is the most pure food. And I know people are going to say, you got winds blowing, you're still getting herbicides and pesticides and all that stuff. That may be true to a certain extent, but it is the most perfect food left on the planet right now. And the reason I say that is because it is about herbicides and pesticides, but that's not all it's about. I have served on boards to help keep the rules of the organic label, the FDA organic label, to help keep it clean and pure, because commercial farmers want part of that money. All these people that are buying organic, they want part of that business. So they'd like to be able to water with sludge water, which is human waste water, etc. They'd like to be able to not have to adhere to the rules that organic requires, but it's extremely important that that never ever happen, and that food remain the most perfect food on the planet. Know this, there have been umpteen universities around the world who have studied organic foods and tried to determine how much better are they than commercially raised foods. And literally every time they prove somewhere in the 80 percentile, 81%, 85%, et cetera, that those foods are that much more nutritional than commercial foods. Organic foods are at least 80% more nutritional than commercial foods.
And why would you
put the best you can put in your body? I mean, why would you want to do anything but organic?
And so that's really, one of the assignments we invite you to do is to really start paying attention to your labels, paying attention to how your foods are grown. Because even if you just made that one small choice of, instead of, buying fruits and vegetables that are organic versus, so many people were so used to eating processed foods. And whatever your diet is, we want you to know, like, you're exactly where you need to be. And you can always choose to get better. So it's not about making these huge drastic changes, but just little tweaks here and there. And so, for this next week, we'd invite you to, try on taking organic fruits and vegetables. And, obviously, never miss a day with the Live Ultimate products is going to help to support you with taking and ingesting organic superfoods and mushrooms every morning. You can continue that amazing process. My girlfriend, I know she's religious when it comes to choosing organic. And she's taught me, because I was the person that didn't care. I was like, oh, whatever. I was that guy, right? And so if I could transform, I'm 46, and I would love for you to share. Are you okay sharing your age with the audience, Penny?
Okay.
You said you're a grandmother, right?
I am almost a great-grandmother. I'm 73.
73.
And by the way, none of those diagnoses are left in my life. They're gone.
Well, how many did you say you had? You had 14?
Do what?
How many diagnoses did you have of different
I had,
ailments?
16 or 17.
16.
It's been a while since I've added them up, but I had so many diagnoses. Like I said, I was scared to death. My husband looked at me and said, "Are you going to die tomorrow? What's going on here?" But it was bad.
So in your 40s, so I don't know however old you are when you're watching this video, it's never too late to transform your health and your wellness. And the fact is that because you healed yourself naturally, Penny, now you're focused on helping other people do the same thing, because you're a perfect example of what's possible when you start to change your diet and start to eat organic. And then I know you've often said finding Live Ultimate was like you've been looking for these products for your entire life.
25 years.
25 years.
I've always had a tool to recommend to people, particularly for breakfast, because like I said, that's the best time to put massive nutrition in your body, is first thing when you break fast. So I've represented 4 to 5 different products until Live Ultimate, but I'm telling you, the absolute best I've ever found is Live Ultimate. So I don't want it to go anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. I'm actually creating a new video about all the 82 supplement mushroom products that were actually looked at, and why Live Ultimate is the best of all the products that are out there. So I appreciate you taking the time, Penny. I appreciate any of you guys that have been listening to what we've been saying. Thank you for being here. We have more content coming your way to really support you on your journey. I hope this gave you value. And remember, never miss a day is the Live Ultimate way. And thank you for choosing your health. So long for now.